The life of a hunter. It's not about an end result. It's about an expedition. A journey that leads us into wild places, both near and far. In a time where some believe hunting is not relevant to modern society, we carry the torch and stand on the foundations of those that have come before us. We continue to invest into the ecosystems of which we must sustain. It's an effort to conserve, to provide, and celebrate God's renewable resources.
Yes!
Hey, 380 plus.
I killed Mark Hackney.
It is our life. It is our passion. And we make no apologies for our God-given right to hunt. Each year, our fall hunts are kicked off by Utah's mule deer season, which opens in August. For nearly 10 years, Mark has been coming to this area with Mossback Outfitters. What originated as an outfitted hunt has blossomed into a lifelong friendship between Mark and Mossback. Since their initial introduction, Mark has been all throughout the western United States chasing deer, elk, and even desert bighorn sheep with Doyle's outfit. After a long summer of anticipation, the time had finally arrived to load up and head west towards the Ponsagon.
And the hunt begins. I slept like a baby last night. I really thought I was going to be a little anxious for the first day out here, but I actually slept very, very well. Actually got up early, which is unusual. About the third day, I'll be dragging me out of bed, but I just got here and see Cameron. Cameron doesn't like the camera. My goodness, this is like you're a grown-up now.
I know, it's weird.
You quit playing with baby trucks. It gets a full-size F-150. Let's go kill mule deer. Getting daylight.
In order to be efficient while hunting this ranch, they cover as much ground as possible by using their truck to maneuver the bumpy roads and glass the various draws and coulees, which are historically full of mule deer.
We found our kicker's buck down here. We're gonna walk down this little coulee here. Wind's blowing this way. They're right over there. Try to sneak up on the bottom, see if we can get a stalk on it. Yeah, we made the perfect stalk. Had the wind in our favor. This sagebrush is giving me really bad allergies. He gets down there close. I was getting ready to cough. I had to clear my throat a little bit, and he heard me. And really couldn't tell what we were. Just knew we didn't belong. So, unfortunate, but that's the way it goes.
Before dark, they were able to catch up to this bachelor group of bucks again, but were unable to get drawn back for a shot. After one full day of hunting, it is pretty clear that this won't be Mark's only opportunity for the week.
Well, there's our buck. He's a lucky buck to be alive today. We should have had him last night. I mean, he has no clue we're here. He's just down there feeding. He's only about 250 yards away. 66 yards.
The Given Right is being brought to you by Bare Bone Outdoors, Bone Collector Game Calls, CVA, Dry Shot, Fission, and Insights. The first 2 days of Mark's hunt have been spent chasing a buck they call kickers. After multiple close encounters, he was finally able to get off a shot, but the arrow sailed over the ducking deer's back. Afraid that the buck would be on high alert for a few days, they decided to break off from him and see what else was in the area.
We got 2 bucks out here. You see the tips of the horns of one of them. I think I've been sitting here for almost an hour, but I'm not sure. But it's getting hot. My knees are starting. I got my jacket under my knees, and it really hurt. And I'm starting to cramp. As you can see, he gone. Well, this is day number 3, and we found drop tine up here in this just small patch of just oaks. It's just a really thin patch, but it has a huge cedar tree right behind it. There's probably 12 bucks just laying around in there. So we found him. Hopefully we can get an arrow flying today.
Having a good sense of direction these bucks were heading, Mark got the wind in his favor and was able to get into position before darkness overtook the day.
Our shooter buck just popped up over the horizon. He's on the skyline there, right at 75 yards. He's got to come forward a little bit. Right over his back.
I couldn't tell, but it almost looked like a...
I think it went right over his back. We gotta look it down. I think it just grazed right over his back, though. After further review on the video, I actually made a decent shot. He ducked the arrow pretty heavy. It just bounced right off his back. Oh, that was close. That would have been pretty. That'd have been pretty.
After so many close encounters throughout this trip, it is hard to not get discouraged. You recall all of the hours preparing for these moments throughout the summer, and when things don't work out according to plan, you begin to feel like an athlete falling into a slump. The following days were spent along the same lines. It seemed that nothing was going in a positive direction for Mark. As the final day of the hunt began, a new buck came across the scene, which gave Mark one more opportunity to turn things around.
Come on, stop.
As the deer ran off, it was clear that this was not a lethal hit. The end of the trip had arrived and Mark was left with his tag in his pocket. It's natural to let doubt and discouragement fill your mind after the week that Mark experienced. The time had come to pack his bags, as his mule deer season was over, or so he thought at the moment. Coming up.
Well, if you see the rocks, the cliffs, and all the desert-like environment out my window, that's because we're back in Utah.
The Given Ride is being brought to you by Lethal, Polaris, Reveal, Scrape Fix, Swagger, and Tacticam.
Well, if you see the rocks, the cliffs, and all the desert-like environment out my window, that's because we're back in Utah. Just 2 weeks ago we were here, and Tyler and I hunted for 6 days. We were only supposed to be here for 5, and we hunted an extra day and still couldn't connect on a good mule deer. So they invited me back out to try to kill a mule deer again. So we're getting a second chance. I won't call it a revenge trip because it's not really revenge, but a redemption maybe, but I don't like to use that word either. But we're back again, so see how it works out. Hopefully Matt and I dropped Tyler on this trip, and I got Matt with me, so maybe Matt will be my good luck charm. See how it works out. But we're back.
With the migration getting closer each day, Mark wasted no time getting back out and chasing these mule deer. Some of the bucks in the area were still holding on to their velvet, while others were beginning to shed. This is just one more sign of the looming migration that could take place at any moment.
We got one of those medium-sized bucks we've been chasing. He just bedded down. We just got out of the truck. Truck's only about 100 yards away. He bedded down underneath one of those cedar trees, so we're gonna see which the best way to try to get a stock on him. He's up already. He's up. Hey, he's raking. He's trying to take the velvet off. That's what he's doing.
During the antler development stage, bucks are covered by a delicate layer of velvet. Once the development stage is over, bucks rub their velvet off, leaving behind a bloody mess above their head.
He's coming right at us.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He's going to the left of that mountain. Oh, back right here.
Holy cow, he's coming right at us.
He's hanging big time. Do you see him yet?
Yeah, I got him.
Once a buck begins to shed his velvet, they will often immediately eat it. Some biologists believe that this is a defense mechanism against predators who could easily smell the bloody velvet. Others believe that this velvet is nutrient-rich, giving bucks what they need during this time of year. No matter the reason, to watch and document this process unfold is a special moment.
Is that cool? We just watched a buck. I've never seen it real life. He shed his his velvet. He rubbed it all off on those trees over there. And then he was chewing on it, and he got like all nervous and anxious, and he ran towards us about 30 more yards closer. And he was chewing on it, and it was getting in his way, and he was shaking it, and they take off running. He ran right for us. Came right to us right here at 20 yards, but he winded us. His horns are all bloody. That's cool. We got 2 bucks. We got one with the big front ends, and then just another 4-point. Just 2 little coolies over this way. And They're working their way through the scruff oak, so we're gonna down through here, try to get below them. The wind's out of south. Keep the wind in our favor and try to sneak up into those oaks. See if we can get a shot at one. He finally winded me. I was close enough. Just when he stood up, he was cornering way heavy. Couldn't get on him quick enough. Oh, that's fun.
The Given Ride is being brought to you by Thorn Broadheads, Titan Hunting Blinds, Trophy Tree Stands, Victory Archery, Texas Trophy Hunters, Retay, and Gator Waders. Mark is currently on his second trip to Utah in an attempt to fill his mule deer tag. After multiple close encounters the first time around, he is anxious to shake the bad luck that has seemed to follow him in the state. As the afternoon was coming to a close, he was presented with the opportunity to do just that.
Hit him.
It looked like it went over his back.
No matter how good your equipment may be, it seems that the animals we pursue always have the upper hand. The reaction time and ability to duck an arrow of these mule deer can only be understood in slow motion. By the time Mark's arrow got to the deer, he had completely dropped to the ground and out of
He
danger.
was right by that bush right there, right? 20.2.
It seemed as though Mark and Utah were not meant to be this year. The redemption trip had turned into a continuation of the hunt just a few weeks prior. When it seemed all hope was gone, the last morning revealed an opportunity for closure on a familiar buck, and quite possibly the reason nothing had gone Mark's way so far this time around.
It's our boy. It's the one that I hit last trip out here about 2 weeks ago. We'll get down here so we can get on him. Finally. Huh? I can't. The arrow was sticking out pretty good, so I don't know. But finally. Oh, our ninth morning. Oh my goodness. Cam, he didn't go too far, did he?
Oh, hey, the shot was okay. Bam! Get in here, Cam. You were with me for like 8 full days. You got to sit in here. This is the buck. We shot him.
He's 6.
And wounded him, and we were sick about it. And the thing about it was, he went on another piece of property. And these guys looked and looked and looked for the next day or two, never found him, didn't know what happened to him. We came back for another 3-day trip, and the last morning we run into him. I mean, this deer would have never made the migration. They migrate 50 to 80 miles off of here and down into the lowlands when the winter hits, and they're getting ready now. They're starting to bunch up now. So again, with mossback, we did it again. Wyatt, atta boy, baby. Never apologize for your God-given right to hunt. Look at that thing.
Bow hunting is a sport that has been known to humble even the most experienced hunter. There are times where it seems that Murphy's Law was specifically written about your current situation. As any great hitter would tell you, the only way to get out of the slump is to keep swinging. These times of anguish make you slow down and appreciate the moment, and those by your side when it all finally comes together, all that much more.